Hi, ladies. I got my big Chloe glitter order in the other day, and I told you I wanted to try and make some glitter flowers. So this is the card that I made, and everybody was excited for me to show them how to make the flowers. A lot of you asked what's the difference between Chloe's glitter and other people's glitter. She just has some nice chunks in it. It's different size glitters and different mixes. I kind of fell in love with that when I did the prom card with the prom dress. With the fancy dress, I had already bought in a couple of her colors. And once I used it, and then it went 50% off at Christmas time, so I bought one of every color. I'm not selling it. I know people ask, can you get it for me? I already got my order in, and it's to make cards to help show you. But if you want to go to Chloe's site, or I'm sure there's other glitter sites that have a mixture of glitters. And so what I did is I took this vellum that I show you all the time, that's heat resistant. I get this from, it's good for heat embossing, and I get this from Amazon. It's 42 8.5 by 11 sheets, and it runs around $10. This is Chloe's printed vellum, whereas it's just kind of printed with color, which is nice that it's already colored. It is a lot thinner than my vellum. We're going to find out together how it is to make some glitter flowers with it. If not, we can use it for regular flowers. So I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet, and I just put 2 strips of this on the back. From that, I put my dies on. Actually, I put vellum side with the die on the vellum side, because the vellum's a lot tougher to cut. So I die cut out a lot of those pieces. And some of them may be Chloe's flowers. Some of them are just flowers. I just look for floral dyes. It can be anything from your stash. I had stuff from eBay years ago that some of these might be. So we're going to take this one, and whatever ink. Now, you saw how pretty orange those were. This is a sample that I did to try to get the color. And in order to get this coral color, I had to actually go to dark orange, because the vellum doesn't take the color and you're looking through beige. So in order to get I just inked these with Grape Crush a minute ago. But when we pull it apart, we'll see it's a lot lighter. So we're going to experiment with hers. And if you do not have double-faced powder or double-faced tape, I will show you the hard way. And that's what I made the flowers with. Actually, was a hard way at first. And that I had no idea how to make them. I just kind of made these. And practiced for a bit. And then I found an easier way than this way. So let's get to it. So I had plain. Now this is the back of this adhesive, the peel-off sheet. So that's going to be real slippery. The vellum is the side what isn't slippery. So what I did is I inked these with Grape Crush, and I went a lot darker. And kind of what I'm trying to do is some flowers that will go with this paper. This is paper I chose for my next card. And so I was trying to pick some colors out of this. So let me grab, okay, so this, I'm going to put the non-slippery side up, which is vellum. And this one we're going to do some pretty aqua turquoise. So I just grabbed some inks out of my pile. This is Paradise Teal. It's an archival ink. In fact, I actually bought this from Heartfelt when they closed all their little That's why the stickers are on them. I'm not sure how wet this is. We're going to find out. It might not be wet enough. I should probably practice on a scrap. Let's see. Oh, there's ink. All right. And I'm just going to set this here so I don't get my mat. I was doing your rose video and I only wear one glove. Can you tell which hand I use glove, ladies? Okay, so this is the shiny side. I'm going to put that down. And so what this is actually the back of the vellum. And this is the vellum that I get at Amazon. It's the nice thick. Those of you in the UK can get it from Chloe, or I know you must have Amazon also. Now, I am making this a lot darker than what I want. Now, I could just make a flower out of this with no glitter. Also, be careful when you're coloring these. I ripped a bunch of them. Not so much these, but I ripped a bunch of accidentally Chloe's. So there's one, shiny side down. So this is the back of the vellum, because the adhesive is on the wrong side. So let's see if I have anything darker over here. No, that's kind of lighter. That's not going to help me out. The adhesive's off a little place, so we're going to have to add some glue when we make those. So, we've got some aqua, some purple. I've got already some of these colors are Chloe's. So, what I'm going to do is get a scrap piece of paper, and I have a lot of... I save them. I have a lot of ones and just dust them off. Okay, let's get this out of our way. Hopefully I am in camera for you guys. I did get my new equipment in, or the new pole and stuff, but actually the arm doesn't reach back far enough. So that didn't help me at all. That was kind of a waste of money. So I'm going to start with these purple ones. And let's pick some glitter to go with it. This color is Rainbow Violet. Let me see if, I've got some other dark purples too, but let's see what else is here. Because of that, I kind of want it a light purple, not like this. That's too, let's see what we're going to use here. That's Rainbow Violet. I think that's what we already had out. A few of these, the couple of them I already had, and when I bought all the glitter, I didn't know what kind I already had, so I got a few duplicates. I had all these lined up in rows, but okay, so I've got this purple. I've got this purple, which is kind of pretty. That's pretty fine. So let's start with the purple since I have that cut and ready to go. So because I did this with double adhesive, where's my two purples? I'm kind of liking both of those, ladies. We're going to try the Lilac Frost. So I'm going to, this is so easy, ladies, once I thought about putting double adhesive on it. So I'm going to peel the adhesive layer off. Unfortunately, I usually have fingernails, but then they get so long and then they all break off at once, one by one. So now I've got short nails again. Okay, so I'm going to put this sticky side up on a scrap piece. And, well, this is a little smaller glitter though. Well, decisions. Well, we'll try the smaller. I have to take the butterfly labels off. Now, something you will find when you use the glitter and you're first new at it, in fact, let me get some containers ready. Well, here's one. Trying to get this back in the jar. Oh, this one, they didn't put the sticker on right, did they? It's off. She puts these jam full. So, when we go pour them back in, I have to get other little containers and put some of it in until, this is kind of bluish, but I think it's still pretty. So what I did, I just sprinkled it, and I'm just kind of pushing down with the bottom of my jar. And then I will grab some tweezers. Oh, ladies, look at that. I don't know if you can see, the glitter. Nothing on camera. It just doesn't show as pretty as it really is in real life. And it's real, it's late and it's dark as heck outside. So there's one. And you don't know how much of this I waste because I spill it all the time. And let me see if I can get it back in there without it overflowing. I'm going to keep tapping it. Well, it's fitting because I didn't pour too much out. But if you pour a lot out, you getting back in. So that was a purple. So I'm going to grab another dark purple. And we're going to do a few of these while I have everything out. And then I can go back and make more without you all waiting and watching me. But trying to peel this back off. Now, sometimes the glitter doesn't go on every little inch, especially of the clunky or clumpy glitter. So you see how light that purple is coming through? Then this is why you have to ink much darker than we want to go. Excuse me. So let's do another one. I bet you after this video, some people, Chloe's going to have an increase of her glitter on sale tonight, or on today. This is a 6-petal flower. I don't know if you can see the sparkle when I move it, but it's gorgeous. And my remote watch that I'm using for my camera is low at the moment. It says 10%, so let's hope we get, whoops. See, we took a little more out that time, so it's a little harder getting it back in there. Don't just zoom and think it's all going to fit. You kind of got to do it in pieces. I don't know what I did with my glitter brush. Probably on my desk somewhere. It's too pretty to waste. Oh yeah, it's here. See, I wasn't looking what I was doing. Then I spilled some. Okay. I'm usually working on my glass top desk, which makes it easier to sweep back in the bottles, but I don't want it I was doing a lot of red. I don't want red on my desk at the moment. So there's two. I'm just, if y'all don't mind, I'm just going to quickly do the other two rather than get this all out again. Let me just quickly do these last two. Okay, there's one. Now, I find that when you start shaping, or with the glue method, they really, really curled, which I didn't want them to curl. So they kind of rolled more than curled. And so the glue method, we have to make sure we crease them before we put glitter on. But we're doing the easy method, so it'd be a lot easier if I could peel this off, ladies. Here, I had it. All right. We could have done them all at once, but that would have been the smart thing to do. Okay, so I have the last two. I'm going to have a harder time getting in the bottle because I used more of it out. All right. I accidentally left my glue gun on all night up here. Thank God it wasn't near any paper. Get ready? So we're going to put that there. And that there. And pray I don't spill this. In fact, to get the glitter off my silicone mat, I just soak it in a bucket of soapy water. I have glitter on everything. I know you probably can't see because I'm blocking the camera with this, but I'm just trying to get it in here. I don't want to lose too much. So only pour out what you need. If you pour out extra and air gets in there, it really, really doesn't fit well back in the container. And I should have just kept my glass surface, but this will work. Okay. So we've got the purple ones done, and let's try some of the aqua. Now I've got this, which is more of a greenish, and this, which is either would go with that paper. I think I'm gonna do this one. And this is, the color is Paradise. So we're gonna take the ones that the one that we inked. Oh, is there another set too? Nope. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, that's just a peel layer. Okay, so I'm gonna take these small ones and do these. And then we're gonna do these, and then we'll check her vellum. Okay. Our vellum was what, 140? Oh, I didn't color those first. I should have colored those first. Well, we're just going to put the glitter on, let it dry, and then we'll turn it over and color it afterwards. Oops, got to take the sticker off. Shoot, and then you're not going to know what color it is. This is our old packaging. Well, we're going to see what it looks like without coloring the back. Ooh, this has got a lot of big chunks in it. Big chunks coming out. This is one of our older packaging, so it's probably old glitter. Look at the big, huge clumps. Oh my. Oh my, we have a mess. What did I do with that spoon? I'll just get... Wow. So we're gonna, you might have trouble with some of the old ones. It's definitely not gonna fit back in there. I hope everyone's having a good day today. See what I mean? Kind of if you take out a lot. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this up. I'm going to take an extra container. I'll do a round one. Oh, I didn't take the flowers out of there, ladies. Yeah, this didn't work as nice because it's clumpy. Still beautiful though, ladies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take an extra container. This is what kind of happened with the dark pink. It was, so imagine us trying to get that back in that bottle. The trouble is I don't know what did I do with the Paradise label that I just pulled off there. Anybody know what I did with it? Nope. Well, I will have to make a label for this, that this is what color it is, so I know. And when I leaned over, I must, oh, is this it? Yes. Is it? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some hot glue on there, and I'll label this so I know what it is. Okay? Oh, what am I doing? We got these other two to do. And then we're going to try some of her vellum and some different shaped flowers. And then we'll turn this into a flower. Now, what did I do on mine? I mountain folded mine. Get both of these. Oops. I could have made this a quicker video and just quick showed you one, but you have to hang out with me a little longer. Okay, these are the ones that we colored, and let's see if they look a little different. Try to break this up a little bit. Because the other one where the glitter isn't, you can see the white. And that's why I color them. Okay. Let's see if we notice a difference. I can see a difference. I don't know if you can catch it on camera, but you can see the white areas that are clear in this aren't as pretty as this one. Notice how this one looks much darker and they're both the same? It's because I colored the back of the vellum on this one. There is a difference, ladies. It looks a lot nicer when you color the back. So, let me get these placed. So I would highly recommend inking the backs. I mean, if you want them clear, that's one thing, but then see a few of these, like the glitter overhangs, like a little hexagon shape, I just kind of knock it off. And, woo, we look like a princess table here. So if people want to know what the difference is of the glitter, I think you can tell with just, well, I say that, but I don't know how it's coming off on camera. Because the cards that I make, when people see them in person, my friends, when they come over, versus what I posted online, they're like, oh man, you got to find a better way for them to show what they really look like, because there's a big difference. Now, I'm sure that Chloe will come out with some new glitter colors with her new release. So I'm looking forward to that. But the price was right on this. I think American, when you do the conversion, American, these were $4 each with the sale. They normally would be $8. And you can see and how much glitter is in there, that you will be able to get a lot of flowers. That's just so pretty and amazing right now. So while those are drying, let's try a few of the colored ones of hers. Well, let's see what I cut out here. Now, whenever I make flowers, ladies, you guys will learn that I make way more than I need. And I don't know if I ever showed you, but I'll show you later in the video how I store all my flowers. I buy these containers from Hobby Lobby. They're photo containers, but they hold, I think, 10 or 12 little things, and it's a handle. So I have like 6 of them for just Christmas die cuts. So I always make extra. And I started a Chloe one at Christmas time, but I had to go get another one because I had already filled it with Chloe's Christmas stuff. So this one, I don't know how dark this is. So what I'm going to do, even though it's inked, I am going to add it to one of them. Oh, this ink pad is dry as a bone. I can feel it. It's got a little in there. Now, I wouldn't suggest doing the circle way like I usually do, because I think this vellum would rip. And I even ripped several of my vellum by, because I usually go round in circles. Okay, so there's the difference. Remember, you're doing the duller side of the two, because the other is just the back of the adhesive that pulls off. I don't remember what this flower is called, but it's just a 6-petal flower. I've recently just ordered, they won't be here for a couple of weeks, but I ordered some just generic flower shaped dies. You know, no name whatsoever kind of dies, and because you really don't need to stamp this first. I do have, and I will pull out some stamp ones that I did in embossing powder. You know, those look beautiful on the marigolds and stuff. Okay, so I have 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on a sheet, how much a sheet cut out was, let me show you. So I used 1 sheet of pink. So you can see how many flowers I got out of 1 sheet of vellum. So that's quite a few. Let's just do a couple little guys. And I will store these just like this in the containers with vellum flowers. And I just want to do a couple little ones. Well, this is a medium. Okay. If I got enough ink here. Okay. So we're doing the little guys. Now, I'm sure you can do this with several companies sell chunky glitters. There's even some at Reflections, which is Michael's brand. Like I buy their gold and silver just because I use so dang much of it that I just buy the great big ones because when I dip the edges in the paper, that's when I need, like I can't use these for that. Well, I could, but I don't think it'd work as well. I get this mainly for flowers and the prom dresses and that kind of stuff. So that gives us some pink ones. And again, I store my dots. I put my Velcro dots, and you put the coarse side, the self-adhesive ones on, and I just keep my daubers underneath them. Okay, so now we got these. Now, ladies, we've got a few choices here. What did I pull out? I pulled out Pink Rose, which is a pretty dark pink. And then I've got this, which is a purplish pink. I have a lot of choices in pinks. I have this light pink. What do you think, ladies? Doesn't really matter because I will. That one's real close to the purple. That's a little red. I think I'll try that one. That's more of a, that's pretty though. That's a lilac color. That would be very pretty on my lilacs. Now this kind of looks like a dusty rose. Oh, let's try it. Or we have this one. This one looks like, well, we're going to do this one. We can try several, but let's start with this. Now, the color with this is, guys, it says it's Pink Rose. And every time I do a video that I'm using the glitters, I will always tell you what color they are. So this is Pink Rose. And let's put that over there. And I have another container here if I need it. So this is going to be, this is her vellum. So remember, I just went over it with Vibrant Fuchsia. Use whatever inks you have. You don't have to run out and buy the inks I use. Ink is ink. Well, I love Catherine Pooler ink. I shouldn't say ink is ink, but that's one of my favorites. Because her They're always very inky. They got a lot of ink on them. And if you're interested in Catherine Pooler, my friend Sue is a Catherine Pooler dealer. So if there's colors you want, let me know. I can pass the orders on to her and she can order you whatever you need. And they make a lot of beautiful ink colors. I'm glad we went over that with the fuchsia. But I don't know how this Dusty Rose is gonna, we'll figure it out here. Yeah, it's kind of a, it's got some cranberry kind of look in there too. Well, this one I might run into the same problem trying to get it back in the bottle. We'll see, because I pulled a lot out. Oh, I can feel some spots that are still sticky. So let's try some more. I look at my watch because I can usually see the video, what's on the screen, but it's kind of powering out now. It's not. That is beautiful, ladies. Woohoo! So several people asked me, why do you order much glitter? What glitter is different? And I showed the prom dress that I made with her glitters, and everybody was like, okay, I'm ordering it. So get it while she's got it. Now her shipping is $12.99 no matter what you get. So I use her double-faced tape. It comes in what looks like a pizza box, her foam tape, and I make sure whenever I put it in an order, I order some of that. And Royal Mail takes, I'm in upstate New York, and Royal Mail takes about 5 or 6 business days. Of course, it's been slower with the Christmas season, and because she was closed, the order took longer because she was closed from the 16th to, I think, the 3rd or 6th. Don't quote me, to the 6th, I think. So they were doing a lot of catch up on some orders when they opened back up. So I kind of used my Christmas money, went to glitter this year. The present I bought myself. See, now I got it all in my mat again. Okay, so we've got the Dusty Rose. We've got purple. Let's try a different shaped flower. Let's try these. Now, we did that purple. This is kind of a bluish. Let's choose something else for Lilac Frost. Is that what we used, ladies? I think so. Before. So let me see something in the blues. This is a finer glitter. Oh, that looks good. I had these all, I'm so anal, I had them all in rows by color, but as I'm pulling out all the jars now, it's all rolling into each other. I see there's a little nick in this flower. When I cut it, I probably ran out of room, but I'm going to use it anyways. What color did I just say we were going to use? This is called Bluebell Wood. Oops, I got to take that butterfly off. She uses butterfly tape. It's so cute. I have a million pieces of them on the edge of my desk. Okay, let's see what this looks like. A little point, it's harder to see if you got it or not. And we're probably going to have a hard time getting this back in the bottle because we dumped so much of it. We will see. Ooh, ladies. Can you see that? Man, they're going to see these cards from next door. These are going to be beautiful to show. You have to make sure you have lighting at your craft show so people can see them. Let's put this back in and we'll take a couple more. It sticks to my silicone mat, so I don't really want it on there. I just got all the glitter off it from Christmas. All right, those are beautiful. I can definitely tell the vellum is a lot thinner, but it might work just as well. We'll see. When we start forming our petals. Now, on her pieces of vellum, I did not do that on camera, but they're variegated. So like the blue kind of might look like blue clouds on part of it. And then it fades out to another color. I know some of the pink had yellow in it at the bottom. So it's kind of like tie-dye colors. Oh, my desk looks awesome. If you like glitter, oh my Lord. Now that cranberry is definitely not a light pink. So I've got to pick a different color for some of the pinks. I'm sure I have papers too. Let's get these two little guys too. And in a minute I can stop and doing the glittering part, and I can show you how I fold some of the flowers so y'all don't have to sit here for hours watching me glitter. But I would love to watch somebody glitter because I love to see what all the colors end up being. My rose video is done also. I've already did the Bohemian Rose earlier, just before this video. But the internet is so slow up here uploading the videos to YouTube that I decided to, while my dog was in the cage for dinner, I didn't want to wreck my videos by coming in. So I decided to just run both of these back to back, and then I'll go down and unload them both. Oh, these are so beautiful, ladies. Woo, Oh my. My one daughter, my youngest daughter, Chanel, she loved glitz. She loved wearing skirts and sometimes she would like overdress for picture day. You know, she'd have on a fancy dress, and I'd say, but that's what she wanted, and that's how she was. And then later in high school, she wore dresses and skirts for a long time, and then she switched over, and if she's going out to dinner or something, she'll dress she'll dress up. But now it doesn't look so cute with the short skirts. I mean, she wears leggings with them, but I don't think, ladies, we're going to get this all in here. We're going to try. Oh, I wish you could really see what these look like. Someday I've got to, when it gets nicer out, I got to go through the barn because I have all my photo studio stuff from the mall where we took portraits. And I have terrific lighting and all that stuff, which the umbrella lights and stuff like that. And at some point when I'm trying to sell my living room furniture now, and if I do, my big living room, because I'm living here alone, is going to be a big craft room. And so I don't have to go to the second floor, and I will have more room. Everything won't be on top of me in here, because it's easy to make a mess with. I'm looking for the lid. What did I do with the lid? And if I don't find here it is. If I don't find the lid, I will end up really making a mess. Now, what else did I bring? That pretty green. So we want to find a different pink. Oh, I already have those colored. Okay, so I want to find a lighter pink. See, so much of it looks purpley, and that's because I bought it, because purple is my favorite color, so I have a tendency to buy a lot of purple stuff. But I make cards for others, so I have to remember it's not all about me. I'm looking for some pink. Let's see, we had the pink we used. We had the pink that we used on the prom dress. So I know I have it. It's just, which one is it? There's that beautiful coral. Oh, so gorgeous. What do you think, ladies? I wonder, do I have it out already? Rainbow red, rainbow violet. Okay, the pink rose was too dark. Romantic rose, did we do that? No. Okay, let's do that. In fact, this is some of the leftover that didn't fit back in the jar. That's not that either. It's a rainbow. Decisions. The pink rose was too dark. So this is a lighter color. And it would be a color I already have the label off of. Nope, that has a label still on it. That has a label. I know I'm wasting time on you ladies, I'm sorry. Oh, that's different. Pink Diamond Sparkle. Well, I'm going to try this, and I'm sorry I can't think of what color it is. Or was it? No, I think it's this was a leftover. This is what. Well, since I have some already out, I might have the container buried out here somewhere too, and that's why I can't find it. Okay, so we're going to take some of these pinks that we hit with fuchsia on the back. And then I got to hurry up and make some flowers so you're not on here watching me just play with my glitter. Oh, sticky, sticky. There we go. Oh, this is pretty. When I had the extra, when I did this, and I couldn't get this in the bottle, it's like, well, I don't know what color it is because I only had 2 of these in stock at the time. I was waiting for my Christmas order to come. And so this was one of the first ones I had bought. Oh, yes. Do we have time for me to just quick dunk 2 more pink ones? Well, I can do it off camera. I've made you sit through enough here. Now let's quick do the flowers. So I'm gonna need flower centers. And I already got some of these stamens already cut in silver. I have some cut in gold too. But let me get my sparkles. Okay. Well, let's start shaping them. We don't need the flower centers yet. So what I did with the peach ones, you can see I mountain fold. Okay? So I'm going to take some of the colors we started with because that'd be drier. And I'm going to take each petal and I'm going to fold it over and pinch and crease it. Okay? And I always don't get right in the middle. And you don't have to do the whole. You can just kind of pinch the end. Now, we're learning all this stuff together, ladies. You all think I'm a pro, and it's like, nope, I just try new stuff out. And if y'all like it, we make it together. Okay? Can you kind of see that? So then I'm going to take another one. And I'm not going to make you go through all these me working on. I'm just going to make a couple. Now, I did these the easy way. And the hard way is what I did. But you have to crease them before you glitter them the hard way. And the hard way isn't too hard. I took a little glue spatula where you can spread the glue. And I just took my glue and I took a flower and I squirted some glue on it and I just spread it all around like this. And then but They curl right up if you don't have creases in them. So you want to crease them first. Otherwise, they roll in because of all the wet glue. So that's all I did was I found I had to crease them first. So I creased them like I'm doing now. And these aren't completely dry because it's... now, as you can see, they're all not going just straight. I guess I should squeeze more up like that. And that's, okay? Simple, simple. So you can use a mouse pad, whatever you got. This is flower shaping foam, and I am going to just kind of push this down in the center. Okay. Now what I did for mine to help keep them that way is I folded each in like this. So fold it in towards the center and give it a little crease. That way they kind of will stay sprung. Okay, easy peasy. Let me fold this one. Crease it, fold it to itself, crease it, fold it right to the edge, crease it, crease it. Okay, isn't that pretty? Purdy, purdy. So then I took, hopefully I have some in my desk. Okay. And then I took a glue dot. Let's make sure I'm in camera here. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. And then I put a glue dot. And I'm going to peel the top off first, because otherwise trying to peel it off on the hot glue, I usually end up burning myself. Why do I hot glue them in? Because otherwise I find anything pop dotted just kind of falls off later. So I'm going to put a little glue on top. Y'all aren't going to think I'm a genius now after you see how easy these are. Y'all are going to be making these. So I'm trying to, as I always tell you, I have a hard time finding center on center. But I'm going to turn it so that it's, oops. I want to turn it so they're not right on top of each other. All right, we can move it this way a little bit. This way a little bit. That's why on the roses I put, okay. And then I'm going to take one of these little stamens. Because these I don't feel I need, I have to have the jewel, well, I'm going to have the center jewel, but, so let me find my biggest fear, ladies, is one of these days on camera, I'm going to dump all these, and y'all are going to laugh. I am pulling out turquoise just since I see it, and because I know I'm going to need it. Is that the big flower? I think that's the biggest one. So we need something in purple. Something in purple. I just ordered some more on Amazon by color because, you know, they give you like 15 colors, but that, once you use, you know, 4 or 5 of them on one card, you might not find that color again. So I just had some broken down in color. We are looking for purple. And I know y'all can't scream and show me it's right there because we're not live. My goal is to get live at some point in the near future. Once I move downstairs, I am going to have somebody teach me how to do a live so y'all can talk to me why we're making stuff. I'm not lucking out with purple, am I? I know I have them. Guess I shouldn't have started out with a purple. Well, if I can't find purple, I can just do a plain. That's a smaller one. Is that purple? I can't tell. Nighttime in here, the color, you know, since my favorite color is purple, I bet you I stole all the purple ones out of here already. And that's a shame. And I don't remember if I just ordered purple yet. I'm grabbing some pink. Oh, that's not pink. I'm grabbing what I see, what I need in the future here. Pink. We need some pretty purples though, ladies. I know I made some purple Christmas cards. So if we can't do purple, what are we gonna do? We can use AB. I don't like that. I don't know if I'm a fan of the AB like I would if we had a pretty purple one. Oh, that's royal blue. That's beautiful. So, if you have a particular favorite color, I would highly suggest that you buy that color in the single. Because once you get 15, oh, there's a pink. Well, now I'm wasting y'all's time again. And I apologize for that. So we are going to, I guess for the purple ones, we can either put in one of those or plain. Those are kind of small, but until my purples come in the next few days, at least I think I ordered purple on Amazon. I'll have to check. You can get these at Temu also. I have found them, but they take a while to get in, but they are like half the price. I noticed after I bought a bunch of mine on Amazon. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna go with the plain ones until my purple come in. Or I can quick do a pink one. We'll quick do a pink one, which the pink one's a smaller flower, so I need a smaller. Sure, I get all the purples in the little guys. But in the big ones, all I need is one. Well, we will okay. Okay, let's see what we got here. We're going to take a drop of hot glue. I really got to get out my smaller glue gun for this tiny stuff because I tend to burn my fingers a lot. Well, this is really small. Well, it's the only purple one I got at the moment, so. And I know most of the colors come in gold, and a lot of y'all like silver. But in all honesty, once you get it in there and get it in a thing, you don't even notice the gold. Everybody's going to love the flower. They're not going to notice that, oh my God, it should have been silver. Isn't that beautiful, ladies? Oh, I'm going to see a lot of glitter flowers, I think, next week. I hope I see them. I'm looking forward to seeing them, ladies. So let me end this so you don't have to be on. I will take a shot of some of the other flowers when I get them done. And I appreciate it. Thanks, guys, so much.